Good afternoon, Mike here with Alderman Chevy GMC, Vermont's favorite car dealership. Today we are looking at this 2025 Chevy Equinox in a nice black color here. Now if we get up close to the paint here, you will notice the vehicle is actually really kind of quite dirty. You can tell right here too. If you take a step back though, all that dirt kind of just disappears right off of the vehicle there. Up front you will have your daytime running lights right here, as well as your LED projection style headlamps. Now you do get the classic Chevy bow tie on the front fascia of the vehicle there, and that funky green and blue plate you see on there is our Car Bravo certification plate, which means that you're going to get a 6,000 mile 6-month bumper to bumper warranty with the purchase of the vehicle. Now if we swing over here to the side, you will notice on the mirror here you do have a camera there. That is for the 360 camera that we'll go over here in just a few moments. You do have a keyless entry on both the front doors. That way when you have the key fob on, you'll be able to lock or unlock the vehicle just by clicking the button. If we take a look inside of the vehicle, you will notice some changes here, and we will go over those here in just a few moments, including the EvoTech seats that are in there. But first, if we take a look in the back, you will notice that you do have the kangaroo style pouches on both the driver and the passenger seats there. You do have two port C charging ports right there, as well as the HVAC vent. And then you do have a cup holder and armrest for your back passengers back here. Now if we get into the front here, we'll take a look. You do have your regular lock and unlock controls there, as well as your mirror controls and your window settings. But you also have your trunk release right here. You do have a 10-way power seat here with lumbar support. If we get into the vehicle, we'll actually turn it on real quick. You do have your emergency parking brake right here. You can switch between all-wheel drive and two-wheel drive with just simply hitting the button. You do not have to be in park to do that. You have your auto hold, your auto start and stop too. Some of the changes that they made in here is both of your wipers are going to be here. You have your front and your rear wipers right here. And then on the steering wheel, you will have two sets of clusters. On the left-hand side here, you do have your cruise control options, as well as your low gear settings and your gap adjustment here. On the right hand side, you do have your audio settings and your voice settings, as well as a heated leather wrap steering wheel there. A lot of people do prefer that feature in the wintertime. This button right here will change what you see in the driver information center here, including your maps. So that way you can sit there and pay attention to where you're going, but also take a quick glance down at the maps to make sure that you are headed in the right direction. If we take a look over here at the infotainment center here, you do have different settings here. Vehicle status, you can check your tire pressures, your brakes, your fluids, all that kind of fun stuff right in there. You do have a Google Assistant in here, so you can ask it the weather and other stuff like that. You do have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay in the vehicle. Now that camera that I was talking to you about, the 360 camera view here, you'll notice that you can look at that here. I have the door open, that's why it's a little blacked out right there. You take a look at the front and the rear there. It gives you a close-up of the front and the rear, as well as your front sides too. So if I had the door closed, it would show me both the front tires on both of the sides. A lot of people do like this feature, especially if they're trying to parallel park. You can look at the front or the back to make sure you're not hitting the curb. Now if we go down a little bit lower here, you do have dual climate control in the vehicle here. So you and your passenger can kind of set your own side how you prefer. You both do have heated seats here as well, and then you have your fan speed here. If we go a little bit lower there, you have a nice little cubby spot here with a USB port and a port C charger. You also do have a wireless charger right here, which you just set your phone on there, even with your case on, and you'll still be able to charge the phone that way. If we take a look here in the center console, you will notice you have a little tray that you can remove, and then that actually is pretty deep in there. You can store quite a bit of stuff in there. Now we'll take our keys with us real quick. One other thing I wanted to mention too, your hazards are now up here as well. That's one of the changes that they did make. Now if we come around here to the back of the vehicle, you can either open the trunk manually, or you have a button on your key fob that you can press twice, and that's going to actually open right up there for you. This does come with 4 studded snow tires in here as well, but there is quite a bit of room. As you can tell, fits 4 tires. You do have a 60/40 splitting seat in there, so if you wanted to, you could knock down one of those sides, throw an extra tire in there, while still having seating for another passenger in the back. Now you can sit there and push this button to close the vehicle, or you can simply push this button twice again on your key fob and it will close the trunk for you. If you have any other questions about this vehicle or you'd like to take it for a test drive, give me a call, 802-776-5000, and ask for Mike Lamphere, or stop on down 65 Windcrest Drive right here in Rutland, Vermont, right off of Route 7 South.